What is up, everybody? It's your boy Wets, and this is another episode of Purple Memoirs, the one and only Prince podcast, hosted and produced by Chanhassen, Minnesota natives. And joining me here today, I have a local custom bike builder by the name of Ben Menth. How are you doing, Ben?
Good to see you, man. Glad to be here. What's up, Purple family?
Yeah, Purple fam, what is up? I recently heard about Ben or came across Ben in the past month or two, I would say. And he does a fine job of making some of the Purple Rain replica bikes down to the nut and bolt movie spec, original specs. And if you ever get a chance to see these in person, they're truly impressive. So
appreciate the kind words.
So yeah, he did a good job. So
thank you. Thank you.
Sure, it wasn't easy.
A lot of homework and a lot of research and a lot of fabricating and welding and chroming and painting and upholstering and chasing down parts and bikes. And
oh God, I can only imagine.
I think the end result's pretty awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so.
Putting smiles on the faces.
Yep. And I had just recently gotten the chance to see the pre-Broadway screening of the Purple Rain.
Yep.
And I saw one of your bikes there and in all its glory under the spotlights, and
appreciate that.
Looked pretty badass.
What did you think of the show?
I thought it was good. I also think that people will enjoy it more if they don't go in thinking it's going to be like a word for word Purple Rain. It's almost like a reimagining or something like that, I would say. Yeah. But I thought it was awesome for what it was. I mean, they're big shoes to fill, or little boots to fill. I don't know how you want to look at it, but for what it was, I think it was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I want to see it. I'll see it before it goes away for sure.
Yeah. How did you get involved with that?
Oh my gosh. So it's kind of a long story. Starting with that bike that you saw down there in the Rich Benson collection, I finished that thing up, and I kind of thought to myself, I want to get this in front of people. I want to put it where it's going to be seen. That was the big caveat to the whole thing. I didn't want to just sell it. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, well, before I blow this out on my social media or advertise it or run it in an auction or what have you, I thought, where is the big thing going to happen? What's the next big thing? And it was that State Theater event. So I kind of did a little digging, got a hold of Tim Carroll down there. Okay. And long story short, he said, Ben, I think this is a perfect thing to have down in the Rich Benson collection in the LaSalle Plaza. And one thing led to another, and we made plans, and it's sitting on display.
And that's where it belongs.
And every single day for the next, I think we got a couple weeks left.
I think so.
It's being enjoyed and being seen. So
that is awesome.
Pretty special. We're furthering the legacy for sure.
So how long have you been building bikes for? How did you get into that?
Oddly enough, about a year before Prince passed away. So backstory, I have a valet company that I run downtown, and I rent out a big chunk of the First Avenue garage. Mm-hmm. Got to meet a lot of people down there, a lot of famous and a lot of interesting people. And
interesting.
Just kind of had that Prince vibe all the time.
That aura down there.
Yep. He kind of came and went a couple of times, and I was just kind of inspired when I would see him. And I thought to myself, well, I can build motorcycles and snowmobiles and all things with an engine.
Yep.
I think for my next build, I'm going to build a perfect carbon copy replica. And coincidentally enough, I went to a Donnie Smith custom motorcycle show.
Interesting.
And just by chance, I ran into Tommy Summers, who had a huge hand in the first one and building the original ones for Prince, both the show screen bike and the stunt bike.
Wow.
So we kind of got together and we had some mutual friends. And I said, Tommy, I think I'd like to embark on this. He's getting a little up there in the years and not as mobile as he once was. And he goes, I think that'd be fantastic. Let me kind of walk you through what it is, year, make, model, and all the trickery, all the components. And I said, well, cool. And so one thing led to another. I grabbed a pen and a piece of paper and I started writing, and I was listening. And I went on this journey, and I put the thing together. And as I was doing it, my newfound friend at First Avenue was a gentleman named Dave Chappelle, who you may have heard of. He's a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
And I was telling him about this, and we both are very into motorcycles.
And you met him through the valet?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, so I'd be in the garage at First Avenue, and the guy smokes like a chimney, and he'd come out every 5 minutes smoking a cigarette.
And just to tell people, sorry to cut you off, in the garage is where the tour buses
all the tour buses, the load in, the load out. everybody goes to just kind of hang out and chat, and that's where it all goes down.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
So we were talking about motorcycles, and we rode around a little bit on bikes, and he's got a brand new Ducati with him that he brings to every city. And
Wow.
I kind of said, well, Dave, why is it that you just ride up and down First Avenue? Why don't you take that thing out and let it rip? And he's like, I don't want to get lost. I don't have GPS. I can't get hurt. I go, well, my bike's right there. I'll be done working in an hour. We're going. So we'd ride around a little bit.
Wow.
And I was telling him about this build. And he's like, super cool. I'm a friend of Prince. I'm a diehard Prince guy, blah, blah, blah. So as I was building this thing, I was sending him pictures. I'm like, well, I'm doing this. And, I had to track down this, talk to Tommy about that. I wasn't sure. He set me straight on this. And super cool. We'd go back and forth. And about the very same week that I finished that very first motorcycle, Prince passed away.
Oh, the timing.
The timing.
Wow.
And then the Revolution immediately did those 2, or was it 3?
I remember those shows at First Ave.
2 at First Avenue.
Yep.
So I talked to Nate Kranz, the GM down there, and he's like, Ben, you got to bring that thing in here. Let's have it on display for this deal, for these Revolution shows.
I think they had it on stage roped off.
Yeah, it was kind of stage left.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, stanchions.
Yep.
So I brought it down there. They did the shows, the dust all kind of settled. And and I had everybody sign it. I had Apollonia, Manuela, all of the Revolution, Des Dickerson, everybody signed it.
Wow.
Right on the windshield. I think I sent a picture of that to you guys.
Yeah,
of the windshield.
I think we do have a picture of you with the one I remember is with Apollonia. Yeah, for sure.
But there's a specific shot of just the windshield, and you can see all those autographs of those people. But anyway, so the dust kind of settles on that, and the following Monday morning, my phone rings. It's Dave, and he goes, Ben, I would love to buy that motorcycle.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yep. Wow.
And I said, well, that's as good a place as any for the thing to go. Where do you live? What next? We kind of agreed on a price, and he said, I live in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and I want you to bring it to my house. And he actually MapQuested it from downtown. He's like, it's like a 12-hour drive. I'll make it worth your while. I go, all right, man, sounds good. He goes, can you be here Saturday night? I got an HBO juke joint party with all the celebrities.
Wow.
I said, yeah, I'll be there Friday night. How's that sound? He goes, perfect. He goes, call me when you're coming down the home stretch.
Wow.
So my good buddy Chris Wilhelm and I threw the thing in the back of my truck, and we made the trip. Got to Yellow Springs, and it was funny. He wasn't coming back to me on the phone, like texting or calling the whole way there. And that's a long drive.
Yeah. It's
for a little bit of a shaky thing. But
yeah.
I trusted him.
Yeah.
So we get to this town, Yellow Springs, Ohio, no bigger than Mare.
Interesting.
And we stop at this, we're like, we're hungry. Let's stop at this Peaches place, this pizza place called Peaches. And we ordered the food, and the server's literally just setting it down on the table. And my phone starts blowing up. It's Dave. He goes, where are you, man? Sorry, I was listening to a sound check. It was a Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Was doing a sound check,
That's
and I
awesome.
couldn't hear my phone. I go, I'm at Peaches. He goes, oh, don't eat that. He goes, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Wait for me. So we're like, okay, just sitting there with a big table full of food, and he pulls up in his new Porsche Turbo, and he's like, follow me to the crib. So we took the drive about another, like I say, 5 minutes to his house. It was kind of an old, restored, carriage house from probably the late 1800s, I suppose. Beautiful compound. Cornfields everywhere, animals. I mean, just beautiful.
Ohio's an underrated, beautiful place in the southern part of the state. 100%. That's for sure.
Yeah. So you could tell things were kind of, so this was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell things were about to happen for Saturday and Sunday. I mean, there was GoPros on cables going across rooms. And
wow.
He had this old kind of farm barn converted to like a sound stage, sort of VIP area. It was just crazy. Wow. I think I might have sent some pictures of that. But anyhow, so got out of the truck. He was blown away by the bike. He's like, hey, you guys can do whatever you want to do for tonight, but the show is tomorrow. I said, all right. So we just kind of, I think we went back to Dayton to the Air Force Museum.
Okay.
Did a little tour of that, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Yep.
And the next day came and we showed up, and he's like, one kind of caveat to this deal, you can't bring your cell phone in. That was the first time the phone magnet bag thing happened.
Yeah.
Much like at Paisley Park today.
Just going to say.
Just like that. So yeah, Tribe Called Quest played. Stevie Wonder's band was there. I mean, it was a who's who.
Prince would have been there, obviously.
Prince absolutely would have been
for
there.
sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
David Blaine, Naomi Campbell. I don't know. I don't want to be a name dropper. Bradley Cooper, a bunch of people.
That's cool.
Way out of my league. So anyway, we kicked it there. My buddy Chris and I for, like I say, 3 days. It was just awesome.
Wow.
And then on the way back, as I just keep rambling here, my phone rings. We're in Chicago. We're at Portillo's, and it's Nate Kranz, the GM of First Avenue. He said,
wow.
Ben, we had a meeting today. We decided that we want to purchase the motorcycle from you. And I go, I'll tell you, Nate, I just sold the thing. And he goes, did Dave buy it? I said, yeah, he did. He goes, can you build us one exactly the same? I said, I'd be happy to, but it'll take me a year.
Oof.
And he goes, perfect. So that's how the second bike happened.
A year. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
8 months, a year, yeah.
I mean, if you can find any NOS parts or anything like that.
NOS stuff, a lot of just making parts, fabricating the stuff, raw, and then you got to get it all chrome plated and finished.
Especially the seat and the,
King and Queen seat,
the Trident.
custom Trident sissy bar, yeah.
So you said you worked with Tommy Summers?
Little bit, yeah. We actually we went to the local motorcycle junkyard here down in Jordan, about 20 miles south of us right now.
Love sport wheels, baby.
Love it. And I have more sport wheel stories.
Oh, yeah.
But we went down there together, and he kind of walked me through it. And he's like, it's this, this, and this. It's never that. It's this. And he was real specific. And we went through it from start to finish. And
interesting. So one of the things I was wondering, kind of mentioned it before, the modifications on the Prince bike.
Yep.
What influenced those, or where did those come from?
Interestingly enough, Prince's old bodyguard, Big Chick Huntsberry,
okay.
He had a bike, and there's photos that I've sent to you guys.
Yep.
He had an old CB 550 Honda that had that very same King and Queen seat with the pink diamond inlays on it.
And I'm guessing he had that custom made for him, maybe.
I would assume so.
Yeah, okay.
I would assume. I'm not positive of that, but I would assume.
Especially if you've never seen one before.
Right. And the Trident sissy bar was on that one as well. He had the trumpet pipes, the 6-bend pullback chopper style handlebars, that kind of thing. And I think Prince really liked that stuff, and it sort of made its way onto the Purple Rain bike.
Okay, because he learned to ride on that bike?
I was told by those that were there that he did learn to ride on that very motorcycle, which you actually have a picture of right here. I don't know if you guys can pick that up or not.
Okay.
But that was Big Chick's bike.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep.
So that was Chick's.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that's the Dakota house too as well.
It could very well be in Chan, yeah.
Wow.
I think there's a front view as well, but if you notice, if you're looking close, you can see those 6-bend handlebars.
Yep.
The Trident sissy bar, as well as that King
So
and Queen
those
seat.
bent handlebars, those are just all custom?
Custom stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You used to be able to get them from a company called Drag Specialties.
Okay.
But the stuff is just as rare as hen's teeth now. It's just extinct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So to find a set in a metric, OD outer diameter, it can be a little tricky.
I could imagine, because I try to find stuff for my 85 Sabre accessories, and it's
tough.
It's impossible to
So
find
you're
them.
familiar with sport wheels?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's an awesome. I think it's the biggest motorcycle parts yard, junkyard in the country.
I think you're right. I think they've got 10 or 11 acres with they say there's over 10,000 junk motorcycles there.
Oh, easily. Yeah, if you're going to find something rare or obscure,
acres and
it'll probably be there. It's got a creepy smell and ambience, so because I was like, how many people at least passed away on these bikes?
Exactly. They've every one of those things has a story.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But so you said did you end up making any more of these replicas then?
Yeah. So I've done a total of 7 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. The First Avenue bike, the Chappelle bike. I put one in the Motorcycle Hall of Fame, the Music Hall of Fame down in New Ulm, Minnesota.
Yep.
A local superfan guy in Excelsior, another superfan in Maple Grove.
Interesting.
Yep. There's a few of them. The one that you see down there, and the one that I brought down to Dallas, Texas, to my buddy Richard Rawlings at Gas Monkey Garage.
Yes, that's right. I did see you on Gas Monkey. That's awesome. How was that experience like?
Super fun. Super fun. That's another kind of interesting story all by itself. But I was always just a super fan of the show Fast and Loud. Every Wednesday, my wife and I would look forward to that muscle car show, and I followed him on Instagram and Facebook, and one day I saw that he was out at French Lake Auto Parts, which is about an hour west of here.
Interesting. Yep.
Buying a Boss 429 Mustang from the Nolan family.
Wow.
And I was just laying on my couch watching all this unfold, and I thought, I'm going to message this guy. I've lived in Excelsior for 53 next week years.
And for the people that don't know, Excelsior borders Chanhassen. So
5 minutes from Chan.
If you don't know the area, you don't know when the towns change.
Yep.
It's that close. So
Yep, right on Lake Minnetonka there.
Beautiful Tonka.
Yep. We all purify ourselves regularly.
Yeah, or at least try to, right?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. So I thought, I know where there's some cool cars sitting, maybe 18 or 20 cars, and I'm going to direct message this guy on Instagram and just kind of give him a loose idea of the things that I see and throw my phone number on there, and maybe he'll respond, maybe he won't. I no more than hit send, and the phone rings. He's like, "Hey, this is Richard. Who am I talking to? What's this all about?" I said, "Hey, my name's Ben. I've lived here for 50 years. I know where there's a bunch of cars. I'm a fan of you. I watch you flip them on TV."
And what year was this, or when did this happen?
Gosh, this was probably 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
9 maybe.
Okay.
He goes, "Yeah, absolutely." He goes, "I'm interested in this one, this one, this one, and this one." He goes, "But I've only got a few more hours till I have to be at the airport. Sounds to me like you're going to need a day." And I go, "Yeah, I'd love to spend a day with you and show you some of this stuff." It's cool. 1 minute I'm sitting on my couch watching my guy on TV, and the next minute I'm talking to him on the phone, right?
That's wild.
So he goes, I'm going to come in next week. Can you pick me up at the airport? I'm going to bring the millennials with the cameras and so forth, and let's make a day out of this thing. I said, cool. So I pick him up at the airport. Now I'm hanging out with the guy I watch on TV.
Wow.
Like it's coming full circle.
That's pretty insane.
We went and looked at several different stops. I kind of had everybody prepped. And
Did he know you were a bike builder at this time, or
no?
Okay.
No, he just thought I was a fan of the show, I guess. So, he ended up getting close on a few, but he bought 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of them. He made a deal on them. And we ended up going to the Lions Tap and just hanging out. And I take him to the airport. He goes, "I'm going to send a transport truck. If you could kind of help facilitate getting this one, and this one onto that truck, that'd be great." I go, "Cool." I'm just thrilled to be with this guy that I watch on
for
TV.
Sure. I can only imagine. Right
before he gets out, he gives me a bunch of money. He peels me off a bunch of hundreds. I go, "What's this for?" I go, "You didn't need to pay me." I said, "I'm thrilled to be doing this.
Yep.
Man. This is great."
The Midwest love.
And he goes, no. He goes, "I'll give you 10% of everything that I spend." I go, "Oh." He goes, "I spent $35,000 today. Here's 10%.
Okay.
I go, "Okay. This is cool."
I mean, I guess you are helping him find what he's looking for.
Right. And on his way out, he goes, "Ben, here's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for collections and so forth. And I'm looking kind of for unicorn cars and collections, big collections, or something I think that would fit." I'd certainly let him know.
Yeah. That's pretty insane. That is pretty insane. So what I was thinking about when you were mentioning, how long it took to build the Prince bike, are you going to make any more?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, right?
I have accumulated some key components to it. I actually got lucky and found a couple things the other day. So, you never know. It's always in the back of my mind. I just kind of do it in my spare time.
Yeah.
In my garage, in my shop. It's pretty nice. When the kids go off to school and my calendar is free, I can just click on the tunes, shut the door, go into my zone, and start going.
It's your meditative space.
And, 6-8 months later, it's there. And they're perfect. And they're cool.
Wow.
And when people see them, that's the best part.
Oh, yeah.
When I was down at that premiere the other day at the State Theater in the LaSalle Plaza for the Rich Benson collection, and that one was sitting there, I saw Spike Lee standing there taking pictures, and this guy and that guy, and their people are just smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool feeling to know that I'm furthering the legacy.
Oh, yeah. I would totally agree. Every time I see it, it's like Christmas, even though it's not mine. It's just like to be in the presence of it.
Pretty special.
Oh, yeah. So... do you know, so I've heard this, and I don't know if you can clarify this for me. The the original Purple Rain bike does still exist. It's at Paisley.
Yep.
But it's not purple anymore.
It's not purple, unfortunately. It's black.
Yep.
It's black and gold.
Okay, interesting. That's what I've heard.
And I actually took the tour at Paisley Park. My wife bought me the museum tour a few years back for a birthday, and we took the tour. And I'm all about everything, but I'm itching to see the motorcycle stuff and listen to what the gal leading the tour is saying.
Yep.
And we get to the purple bike, and she's like, here it is. And everyone's oohing and ahhing. I go, wait a second. I go, this isn't the bike. I said, it's not even the right make. It's a CB. It's a shifter bike. It's a 5-speed. I said, the real bike's a CM 400A.
No clutch.
No clutch, and it's a 2-speed.
So just slow and a little quicker?
She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, look, the blinkers are rectangular and they're black. They should be big and chrome and round. I said, look at the gauge here. It's got a tachometer on the right instead of a shifter, the 1-2.
And I think here, one of these, actually multiple of these are some of the ones they have at Paisley, but I think the second one.
Yep, exactly. So the top left purple one that you see.
Yep.
And they're going to tell you on the tour that that's the bike.
And that's the one I think they let you sit on.
I think they do. It's the stunt bike, and it still has the knobby tire.
Interesting.
Later on the tour, you're going to see the black bike that you see in the center. Black bike, gold parts, chrome logos, gold inlays on the seat.
And that's it.
That's it. And you look at the license plate, and it's 96-146. And that's what was in the film. I think I sent you a shot where Prince is riding towards First Avenue. But anyway,
when it takes off from that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep,
almost like
right
the
on
curb.
Glenwood towards First Avenue. But you'll see the plates, 96-146. So you get to the black bike, and she goes, well, I'm a little cloudy on what this bike is. I go, well, ma'am, just to let you know, we're going to rock around the back of this, and the plate's going to be 96-146, and here's why. A good friend of mine, Tommy Summers, was commissioned to paint this thing black and gold.
For Graffiti Bridge. Yes.
Because Prince couldn't clutch, nor could he shift.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's the bike. I mean, there's a million tells.
Well, plus it's the license plate.
Totally. And the tab is still 1983 right now.
Badass.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that one makes the hair stand up.
Yeah, see, locals only. This is why you have to watch Purple Memoirs.
Indeed.
Here.
She was ill-informed on that, and
yeah,
I set her straight.
Yeah, and I've been to the tour a couple times where I'm like wanted to say something. You know, they never really talk about the other properties in Chan he lived at or owned. They kind of make it seem like
this was his house. Well, what about Galpin?
Yeah.
What about Kiowa Drive?
Yep.
What about the rehearsal space on Flying Cloud Drive? Or
what about the house in Long Acres?
They don't talk about it.
Exactly.
Kind of interesting. Yeah,
it is. But that's awesome, and these are details.
I'm not poo-pooing the tour. You have to take the tour.
Yes,
it's epic for sure.
It never gets old. I've been multiple times, and the events there are awesome. So definitely go and check it out.
Yep.
But these are things that can easily be overlooked.
Yep. The minutia, the details.
Exactly. The salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. But yeah, definitely go and check out Paisley Park if you haven't already.
Yep.
But, so do you have any Prince events coming up in the future that you'll be displaying anything at?
Funny thing, the bike down, I just got a random call from a lady. She was having a corporate party of all things. And she said, I got your number from First Avenue. We're having a Prince-themed party at the convention center. Wondering if you could bring that motorcycle down. I said, well, I have a commitment right now with the State Theater and the Rich Benson collection. That bike's not going anywhere.
And that's your bike.
Well, it was.
Spoke too soon.
I said, I've got a commitment to leave it there till the end of the Broadway play. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, okay, we'll do know of any others? Could we get the one out of First Avenue? Could we get the one out of the New Ulm Music Museum? I said, probably not. And she's like, okay, not what she wanted to hear. She offered me a great deal of money to get one there for just 2 hours, and I couldn't produce.
Yeah. So, that's like asking for gold in Minneapolis. Do you know where you're at and what you're asking for?
Right. That's just not going to happen. A lot of liability. It's just...
Yeah.
Back to the LaSalle bike. So the first week I was contacted by a gentleman who is building a museum. And I think it's in North Minneapolis, and it's all based around the Minneapolis sound.
Awesome. That would be awesome. We do need something like that.
Yep. and I think Jelly Bean Johnson's involved.
Okay.
And a number of other heavy hitters.
Yep.
And he came to me and he said, Ben, we want that to be the focal point of the museum. Let's make it happen. And we shook hands. So that is no longer my bike.
Wow.
I gave him the key and the title. It's done.
I mean, like you said, at least it's going somewhere to be like worshipped or like,
Yeah, it'll be seen for sure.
That's awesome.
And that was like my only caveat. I just want it going somewhere where people are going to see it and smile and appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. And everyone you've made so far.
Furthering the legacy is the key.
Oh,
and I
yes.
think thus far they're all in key places.
I think so too.
And
do you own a personal one?
I don't. I built the original one kind of with the thought just to have it.
You don't ever get a chance to seem to keep it.
I've got a number of bikes, and I think I've got 7 or 8 or 9 bikes, or 10 or 11, and that would have looked pretty sweet in my collection.
Yeah.
But every time I get one done, it just kind of seems like they are meant to go somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, built with a purpose, for a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. How crazy would it be if you reproduced, what is it, the wind cutters?
Yeah, the wind cutter.
Yeah.
Very, very rare.
That would help people, a lot of people, at least attempt the replica if they
Without
wanted
that,
to.
You're kind of going backwards.
Yeah.
Then you need the 81 Honda CM400A, and those are getting to be pretty scarce.
Yeah.
Then it's the King and Queen seat and the sissy bar and the struts.
And these are 50-year-old parts we're talking about.
50-year-old parts.
Yeah.
That have no business being together on a motorcycle. But when you get it done and it's all fitting right and sitting pretty, standing tall, it's pretty magical.
It all makes sense.
It makes sense.
Wow. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, basically.
That's it. You just have to find all the pieces. And the ones you can't find, you have to make.
Yeah.
So.
And the fabrication part of it's pretty wild.
Pretty tricky.
So,
yeah.
I should have touched this in the beginning, but so how long have you been a Prince fan? When did you get into
my
Prince?
whole life. First rated R movie I ever saw. Yeah.
And here in Minnetonka in there was probably pretty trippy at the time.
Yeah, for sure. I think for 14, 15 years old, probably I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been a fan ever since.
I love it.
For sure. How can you not be?
Yeah. Right? I mean, being a Minnesota kid.
Pretty awesome. I ended up getting to meet him a couple of times too, which was pretty special.
What was that like?
That was awesome. I mean, I was petrified both times.
Yeah. I've been in vicinity of the guy and seen him play at Paisley or walk across the parking lot at Caribou Coffee in Chanhassen.
Oh, yeah.
And it's when you see him, it's almost like seeing a Sasquatch. Like, it's real.
It's like a ghost.
It is.
Yeah.
And the small stature, and
tiny little guy, but there was no doubt that he was the boss.
He was the man.
Yep,
for
sure.
The king of Chanhassen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or Minnesota at that.
I had the privilege of seeing the one of the Third Eye Girl shows at Paisley.
Oh, really?
It was like the last one I got to see. Mm-hmm. And I knew the head of security guy then, this Cortland guy, and he invited me and some other buddies down there. And we were kind of stage left watching this thing. And he came up and did encore after encore after encore. Came down by the ping pong table and kind of strutted right up to me. And he just was looking at me. And I was petrified. And all I could come up with was, thank you. Like, that was the most amazing musicianship I've ever seen. And he just goes, you're welcome. And he strutted away with his cane. And it was like, man, it touched me.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that fed into the passion of rebuilding those bikes too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like fully re-inspired. If the wind was ever out of my sail.
Yeah.
That was just like, finish that first one. Finish it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And it's, it
got very serious after that.
I can't believe, I'm still thinking all the attention to the detail on the bikes you do is just,
Appreciate
it's
that.
pretty insane.
Thank you.
You mentioned earlier, I just want to go back and touch, because I know we skipped over it a little quickly. But you said you spent 3 days with Dave Chappelle?
I did, at his house in Yellow Springs, Ohio. It was absolutely awesome.
Wow.
It was a long drive, a lot of anticipation on getting there. Really wasn't sure what to expect. Mm-hmm. And getting to an old farmhouse with a couple of 100 acres of cornfields and bean fields and cows and horses and all kinds of animals everywhere wasn't what I envisioned. But I got to tell you, it was awesome.
That is awesome.
Nothing short of awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed with that.
I pull up, there's people all over the place, and he walks right up to my truck, and he's looking at the bike, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is landslides far and above what you described. It's perfect. So, I mean, I'm like, he's cool with it. unloaded the thing, and he immediately starts it up, and he's riding it around on the property. I've got videos of him riding it and stuff, and it was super cool.
What were the reactions of the
all
guests?
All his boys were just like, I can't even believe this. You're crazy. I mean, he was a friend of Prince. They were tight. Yeah, wow. That's Chappelle in his basement there. That's the final home for that one.
Wow, climate controlled, sitting in a
really nice finished basement, and we hung in there for several hours just chilling with Ashy Larry and
drinking beer,
Charlie Murphy. Yeah, just hanging out, just shooting the breeze, talking about motorcycles and Prince and music.
And did you stay nearby, or did he put you up to stay there?
He put us up in a hotel just a mile away from his house.
Nice.
Yeah, it was killer. I mean, my good buddy Chris and I, our money was worthless. We didn't spend a nickel for 3 days.
Nothing wrong with that.
We were on Front Street, let me tell you.
And wow. And here's another picture you have with them too. I think
that was probably in the barn. This old kind of a horse barn.
Interesting.
That he converted into this just super cool VIP like soundstage thing. And wow. There were some heavy hitters. Stevie Wonder's band and Tribe Called Quest and all these actors and actresses. And
in a little small town Ohio, you never know.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Kind of an invite only deal too.
Yeah.
I guess
kind of like his Paisley Park.
Pretty much. And he basically explained, he's like, we do this about once a month. If you ever want to come back, you're always welcome. And, it's not just about the bike. Like you're good. Your family here.
Wow.
Which was pretty cool. I haven't been back since. It's a long haul.
Yeah, I imagine it is kind of a long haul.
Yeah.
Did he ever mention any of his interactions with Prince or stories with Prince?
He talked a little bit about it. And, when he did those skits for the Chappelle show, which was kind of supposed to be a little bit of a rib. And then Prince ultimately took that, one of those images, and made an album cover out of it. I mean, what a checkmate move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Prince definitely approved of it and thought it was funny.
100%.
He got the humor.
Chappelle was trying to be funny about it, and Prince got the last laugh for sure.
That's such a Prince thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Checkmate for sure.
And you're still friends with Dave, and I'm sure.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll reach out and talk.
Nice.
When he did the Saturday Night Live guest appearance a couple of years ago, he called me up and he goes, "Hey," I got to talk to you. He goes, "My basement smells like gasoline." I go, "Uh-oh." I said, "Did you ride the bike?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, did you shut the petcock off?" And he goes, "Petcock?" He goes, "I don't know if you know, I'm black. I don't know what a petcock is." I go, "It's the fuel valve, man. Down by your left knee, sitting on the bike. Did you turn it off?" He's like, "No, I didn't." I go, "Well."
Your carb.
He goes, "I'm going to have my wife call you." So she calls me up. I go, "Hey, go down there, turn that fuel valve to off, mop it up, and then open it up." There's a big bay door. It's like a garage door in his basement. I go, "Let it air out for a couple hours. You'll be just fine." He texted me back, "Good to go, thanks." So I'm sure he left the fuel on and the needle in the seats got stuck in the carburetor.
Happens to me sometimes too, still.
Old school motorcycle problems.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So but he rides it around a little bit, which is exciting.
Funnier. That's
because
even funnier.
Most people don't. Most people just want them free of oil and gas and brake fluid. They just want to display them. Yeah, there's Dave.
They want to just sit in the garage, drink a beer, and look at it.
He's one of like 2 people that actually use them, which is cool.
Imagine living in this small town, 2,000 people in Ohio, and seeing Dave Chappelle in a Prince costume on that bike. You
can't make it up. And he's tall too. He's super tall. Like I'm 6'5", and he's almost as tall as I am. So to see him on, there's a little.
I had no idea he was that tall.
He's super tall. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it's deceiving, but.
So, have you ever been in the vicinity of any other celebrities or any Prince types with your bike?
Yeah, Bootsy Collins was in the garage once, and he was checking it out. It's become kind of a rite of passage at First Avenue when bands play. I said, "Tony, do you have a couple of those First Ave shots?" But it's become kind of a rite of passage for these band mates to take photos with the bike. So, like, I've got one of Metallica with it, and, like, there's Apollonia and Manuela Testolini.
Wow.
Prince's ex-wife. And,
wow.
That was pretty fun to see them.
That is impressive right there. Look at that seat just popping.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they were all about it. I tried to get Apollonia to sit on it, and she just, with the outfit she had on, it wasn't meant to be. But so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, like I say, Matter of fact, my good buddy Brian, there's Andre Simone, Prince's brother. Brian Erickson down at First Avenue, he's kind of the current caretaker of that motorcycle. He'll call me about every 4 or 5 months and say, Ben, come down here and clean that bike and polish it up for us. And I'm always happy to do it. There's Apollonia. So you can see by the dress why she didn't sit on the motorcycle.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be great. Next time they call you down there to detail it, let us know. We'll come and
right on.
follow you and we'll film it.
Super cool. Yeah.
That would be awesome, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick deal. Half hour.
Yeah.
So there's that's Dr. Fink and Wendy Melvoin of the Revolution.
Yep, Dr. Fink, Wendy, shout out. That is awesome.
Yep. They were all about it. Wendy took a gazillion photos of the thing. Tony, do you have those shots of Wendy on the bar and on the floor? If you have those, sound them up. Kind of funny, but she was all about it.
That is funny. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, there's another one where she's way up on the bar, kind of taking
Is this when
shots.
they were playing those tribute shows?
Exactly.
Right after he died.
Yeah. So that's the number 1 bike, and that's the one that went to Chappelle's. That's not the First Avenue bike any longer. They got the number 2 bike.
And how cool is it for Dave that like the bike he has came from First Avenue technically?
Loved it. And all those autographs, I mean, even though a lot of them say Ben on it, like it really meant something to him.
Yeah.
For sure. He was thrilled.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There's a couple. I brought the thing down to Riley Creek there at Paisley Park and took a couple of random shots.
Which a lot of you tourists, when you come by and see Chan in Paisley Park, a lot of you people don't know that this is down here. Be sure to venture down the trail because it's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing.
Absolutely. It's just a shrine.
It is, yeah. Just a
super
shrine.
Cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So I've done a few by the mural. So there's one where I'm working on one fitting up the crash bar, among other things, and the exhaust pipes. And it doesn't look like much. That's in pretty deep there, but
wow.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier that the Prince bike was modeled after Big Chick, his bodyguard's bike.
Yep.
Do you know where that bike is now, or what happened? You mentioned something about a fire. Possibly?
Do. It's a little cloudy. I think the sun got it, Chuck, and I think that the last I heard that there was a garage fire, and the thing burned up in this fire. So it's somewhere.
Which I think is a photo of it right here in a field.
Yeah. It's not far away from here. I know where it is, and I'm gonna try to acquire it.
Would be cool.
There's your Trident sissy bar right there.
Wow.
Prince's back was touching that right there. That's history.
And those Tridents right there were probably never factory made.
So that would have been an aftermarket part.
Okay.
Again, like Drag Specialties or one of those old school chopper vendors.
Which makes it even harder to find because it wasn't OEM.
Yep. And then you had to have the struts to put the thing into and so forth. I mean, it's not just you have a sissy bar, put it on. You have to have these special chrome struts. And I mean, it's tough. It's tough stuff. The struts, the sissy bar, the seat, the 6-bend handlebars, the pullbacks, the crash bar, the wind cutter fairing, the paint, the graphics. And then you have to have an 81 Honda CM400A or it's incorrect. So once you get all that going, then you put it all together and make it all work. Then once you get everything fitting properly and the bike working properly and the lights all work, then you get to take it all apart again and send it out for paint, chrome, and upholstery. And you get to build it again. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a litany of things you need to do. There's a finished sissy bar and the pink velour for the seat inserts.
Wow, okay.
And I actually got that from a company in Vietnam. I bought a yard of it and gave it to my upholsterer. And I still have enough to do one more seat for sure.
At least you know where to get it again if you had to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was expensive to get just that material.
That's impressive.
Yeah, there's a picture of the old title from that bike right there that I sort of just stumbled upon one day. You can see there that the seller was Prince Rogers Nelson.
So he bought that bike for Chick?
He bought it for Chick.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll see who the buyer there was, Chick Huntsberry in Dakota in Chanhassen.
Shout out to Melissa.
Yeah, that was a great interview, by the way.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun.
Super cool. She had a lot of neat stories and insight and things you don't usually get to hear.
Yeah. We're hoping to have her on again one day, maybe with her sisters. But the stories just never stop coming, especially.
I touch base every once in a while with her son, or excuse me, her brother, Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So neat kid, interesting kid.
Chuck Jr.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't met him yet, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I had a great time with you on today. I learned a lot.
I appreciate the opportunity. Super fun.
Yeah.
Always fun to tell Prince stories.
For sure.
There is one more story I'd like to tell, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last time that I saw Prince, I was hanging around in the First Avenue garage quite a bit with Conrad, the stage manager, who was a good friend of mine, and may he rest in peace.
He just passed away recently.
Tony, do you by chance have the shot of Conrad and I in the Purple Rain bike? If you do, please sound it up. Yeah, so there's Conrad Sverkerson, the stage manager. Conrad Sverkerson, he worked there since, I believe, 1989.
First Avenue legend, rest in peace.
Absolute legend. The guy had just a heart of gold.
That's
just
awesome.
One of the nicest guys I've ever had the pleasure of calling my friend.
I bet.
Yeah, so him and I were sitting in the chair, and a total luxury limousine pulled in. I was kind of like, well, that really doesn't fit with what we got going on. And then I looked over at Con, and he kind of just had this funny look on his face, like, I got this. And the thing pulled up to sort of the behind the stage where you load the bands in. And the driver gets out of the car, opens the rear door. Prince gets out, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm looking at Conrad, and he's just smiling at me. So I'm cool. I'm relaxed. I'm just like, wow, what's going to happen next? Like, what's this all about?
Right.
So the driver opens up the door, and it's kind of stage left, and then the green room's to the left of that. And what you can see when you look in that door is the back of the PAs and then the crowd in front of the PAs, and then the band is on the right on the stage.
Okay.
So nobody in the audience can see past the PAs, like what's happening.
Yeah.
Like they can't see into the garage, but you can absolutely see in. So I start walking up there, and I'm watching Prince, and I'm watching this driver, and you can see the guitar rack sitting there. And the music's going full throttle, right? And the audience is rocking. Everybody's having a great time. And I look at the guitar rack, and I see the Hohner Mad Cat, much like what you have here on the wall.
Wow. You saw the leopard print, you knew.
I saw the strap. I saw the pick guard. I'm like, holy smokes. So I'm watching Prince. He walks up, picks up the guitar, throws the strap around his back, plugs the thing in. I'm like, holy, this guy's getting on stage. This is going to be history, right? The singer's rocking and rolling of this band. He looks over at Prince, like it's all to the second. They start going like this. They're jiving. They're getting on the same page. Prince gets ready to walk up onto the stage, onto the riser. Right here is the green room. A huge plume of smoke comes out of the green room and just covers Prince with smoke. And he goes, whoa, like this. Very calmly disconnects his jack, takes his strap off, carefully sets it into the...
Get closer to the mic. Yeah.
Carefully sets it into the guitar rack, kind of looking like this, turned around, casually walked out to the car. The driver opened the door. He got in, and they drove out, drove right past us.
Funny.
And that audience, not one person in that audience knew how close they were to seeing that performance.
Wow.
So for whoever blew out that plume of smoke,
bad time to blow out that plume
bad
of smoke.
move.
You know, that's funny. I seen a clip recently of Prince. I don't think you posted it. It was somebody else. It was in the last week or two.
Yep.
It was him on the side of the stage in First Avenue with a guitar in his hand. I think he was wearing white.
Yep.
And he just didn't end up going on. So I think it might have been.
That was probably from that.
Yes.
I didn't take any pictures.
That's wild. Yeah, I saw it. I'm going to have to find it and send it to you.
Yeah.
But
I'd be willing to bet that's probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty special moment.
Yeah. Oh, I could imagine.
I mean, I got something out of it, but the 2,000 people in the room didn't.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You said you had a run-in with his brother Omar?
Oh, my gosh. So Conrad and I, again, we would hang out in the garage, and Omar would show up randomly. This is before Prince passed away. And he would take our orders for coffee. That's him. And we would give him a few dollars extra, and he'd run over to Caribou at E-Block for us and get us coffee or hot chocolate or whatever we wanted. And we'd, give him $2, $3, and he was cool. He was a nice guy, just kind of a gopher, kind of a runner. And he knew who we were, and he knew my name. And gosh, about, I suppose, 10 years after that, I run into him after Prince passed away, I run into him at Jamba Juice in Ridgedale. I'm standing in line. He walks up behind me. He goes, "Hey, Ben." I go, "Hey, Omar." And I go, "Can I take your picture?" And he goes, "No, absolutely not." And I took his picture, and that's the look he gave me. He was pissed.
Why was he so upset?
I don't know. Now looks like he's flying high. He's got all the dough. Life's good. But
Yeah.
I remember when he was a regular guy.
Yeah.
You know?
He wasn't he wasn't very
He was
special when
not-
Prince was
he
alive.
He was not happy to see me. Yeah.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, super weird. I did get to meet Sharon Nelson the other day, too, down at that premiere for the State Theater.
Oh, yeah?
That was super cool.
Wow.
Just an absolute sweetheart. I could have talked to her all night long.
That would be awesome to meet her.
Yep.
Did you talk to her? What did she think of the play?
She thought it was amazing. She hadn't been to the play yet. It hadn't happened yet. It was kind of just for the Rich Benson exhibit.
Yep.
But she said that she loved the motorcycle, thought that it was perfect. I did a great job, went to all the rest of the exhibit. She said it was beautiful. Just awesome.
That's awesome. And that's
So it was
another
fun to talk to.
great compliment to have.
Yeah.
I mean,
who better to get a compliment from than Prince's sister? That meant something to me, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of a validation thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who else could check the boxes that would mean more?
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
But,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on and telling these stories because I feel like these are the stories that need to be archived and these are the stories a lot of people don't hear or know about.
Yep.
So, hopefully it can check some boxes for some of the people watching. Like I said, it would be fun to...
There you go. That's the countdown for the unveiling at the exhibit at the State.
Yes, which
That
was
pretty
awesome.
Rad. I wish I wouldn't have been in that shot, but...
I was pretty epic, though.
The guy's like, just go in there. Tim Carroll, super nice guy. He's like, "You built the bike, get in there."
All
right.
I would have. I mean,
yeah.
Epic.
Kind of fun.
Yes.
Kind of special. I mean, that's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I just rode the wave and went with it, you know?
That bike needs to be at the 10-year celebration this summer at Paisley Park or somewhere for one of the events.
Sure. One of the private things.
'Cause you're always thinking ahead of the events that are going to happen,
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm all about that. Who knows? Maybe I'll put another one together. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll be around when you are, but
yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on.
I want to thank you for having me on.
Yeah, anytime. Like I said, it would be cool to join you on the detailing of the Purple Rain bike at First Avenue.
Anytime.
So
yeah. I'll reach out and put my feelers out too, and we'll see if we can't get some people that also want to come and participate in this. That are in the know. There's the one in the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame.
Down in New Ulm, which I think that was Minnesota. In Henderson for a little bit.
It was. Yeah. That's the really nice presentation. Pretty proud of that
Beautiful
one.
Bike.
Yeah. So if you want to learn a thing or two about Minnesota music and history, you go to that Minnesota Music Hall of Fame, and they've got stuff back to the early 1900s.
That is awesome.
Very informative, super expansive collection. Really fun.
That is pretty damn cool, actually.
Yep.
You have to go check that out. It's in New Ulm, you said?
Yep, New Ulm, right by the river, right on Main Street.
Right on.
A guy named Joel King runs it, and the guy's got a heart of gold, and he's passionate about the music and Prince. And matter of fact, he worked for Prince.
Yes, me and Tony know Joel.
Do you?
A little bit.
Neat guy. Neat guy for sure.
But once again, thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Until next time, everybody, where the locals, the Chanhassen locals come to congregate to archive some of the best Prince stories around. Until next time, everybody, this was Ben Menth. Have a good day.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a great day.